What is the purpose of life? This is a timeless question many have asked before, and no one can answer it universally. But the one universal thing about this question is that every single one of us can find their own personal answer to this question. And for that specific reason, I asked what your purpose of life is. Your personal purpose, not the purpose of life. I will get to the purpose at the end of the video, just for a little bit. But for now, everyone decides for themselves. It's a process of self-discovery, of finding your own self. And that can take some time. And while you can find your own purpose, I can tell you what I think, what my purpose is. And maybe you can find some inspiration in it. So let me start with this. My purpose of life is to give my life a meaning. That means, first, I do have a purpose. Second, it is my duty to find my purpose and to answer that question. And third, I decide what my purpose is. And I have to live like that. I have to live for that meaning. I have to actively live like that. Now, that still is very general and vague, but to me, no one else can tell me what my purpose is. So, it's my decision. And since I'm thinking it's my choice, why not choose something good? Something that fits me. So, at the end of the day, my purpose is simply to be happy. To have a good time, to feel well, to be conscious, to be healthy. This is my ultimate goal and meaning at the same time. I have to fulfill myself with whatever it is. I have to be true to myself and make sure I can be authentic as possible. To be as much me as possible. And especially that I have to make sure that I can live my life. Chase my goals and meet my personal needs. And that's it. I just want to live my freedom and my personal life. Now I hope you could find some inspiration for your own purpose. But now to the purpose, the general purpose. If there was a general purpose for all humans, we as a collective should know. But since we all think differently and come to different conclusions, it's unlikely, I would say, that we all have one of the same purpose. On the other hand, who says that there even is a purpose? And if so, who has given that purpose? And that is a question about God, unless you answer it yourself. There can only be a purpose if someone gives something a purpose. So, if there is a purpose, someone before had to determine the purpose. And that can be differently. In my case, I can personally decide my purpose. For someone else, maybe God has given them a purpose and they know somehow. And for others, there may not be a purpose. But generally, everyone decides for themselves. But for there to be a purpose, either you or someone else needs to have given that purpose. And that's how I see things. Maybe you agree? You can tell me in the comments. I'm curious about your opinions. Now, thank you for staying until the end and take care.